Today, we're talking about money, work, life, a balance. If it's needed, do you need to balance it? Can you just work all day?
Yes, you should balance.
Can you just play video games all day? That's what we're here to talk. The question is, work. How do you classify your work, okay? So like example is like you do your work, but it's like a hobby almost. You really enjoy your job. You love it so much that you would be doing it in your free time if you could. Would you consider that even work at that point?
It's work if you get paid.
I feel like there's different definitions of work. Because I feel like work would be to advance what you have. Like, if you get money or you're getting something.
Is this a real definition or is
No,
this your
No, that's what I'm
Listen to what he's
saying.
saying.
I'm saying if you get something for doing something, I would classify that as work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get something physical, like an actual thing, even if it's like
Yeah,
a truck
because
or
charity isn't work.
Yeah.
Well-
Because you're not getting anything.
See, I'd argue against it. Because if you really like it, it's not work. It doesn't feel like work. You might classify it, but it really isn't. You know what I mean? If you love doing it,
You
if
don't
you
have
do
a
it in your
job.
free time.
Well, it's
Well,
not.
no,
Well,
even if it is a
could
job,
be
but you just love it. It's not really work at that point.
It's still work. You
Like,
can love
I
your
feel
work.
like it.
Something is not work is not by definition awful.
No,
You
not
can
my-
love your work and it's still work.
I'm not saying you can't love it, but I'm saying like
That's what you just said.
I know
You said
that's
if you
why I
love it,
just
it's
said.
not work.
So I'm gonna take back what I said about being like if you're working for yourself, like it's an online thing or not online thing, but if it's like let's say you're selling music,
Lemonade.
No, that's completely different.
Similar.
Great example. I don't know what you're talking
Like let's
about.
say you have collectibles, you collect them and then you sell them for profit.
Sure.
What do you collect? Collectibles.
I'm just
Comment
giving
down below.
I'm giving
Call to action.
I'm giving a general statement.
I didn't think it was bad. I just comment down.
You collect some sort of collectible.
Pikachu statues.
You
Statues.
collect Pikachu
Statues.
statues, okay?
Like this
That's
big.
weird.
Yeah.
Marble Pikachu.
No, more like the size of Brayden. You know,
That'd be a nice Pikachu.
like you collect something, okay? And then you sell it for profit.
What do you think the margin is on Pikachu statues?
I'm saying general collect.
It's
How
a
many
niche
Pikachu
market.
statues are there?
But I bet if you find one and someone doesn't know what they have, you could flip it for a lot.
Yeah.
Because
But
timing
you
was
get
like
30%.
you got
Pikachu
like this
fans are
statue.
crazy.
She's like, "Oh, I'll give you $100 for it." And he's like, "Sure, just get this statue out of my house." So it's
Yeah,
like, this is
and
a $10,000 statue.
I'll sell it to you now for $10,000.
Alright,
know what
finish
this
your
is
quote.
My point is completely lost now because you're talking about Pikachu
That's how
statues.
you win an argument.
Let's talk about.
Good job, guys. You guys really changed my mind there.
Thanks.
If you're working just to make money, what do you think is your weekly, hourly limit? Like, what, not you personally, but what do you think it should be in general? Like, if you're working purely for money, you don't enjoy it, it's like you
120.
like it. Let me finish explaining the general kind of work. You like it, but you don't hate it, but you don't love it. It's like, meh, you're doing it, but you can work a lot to make a lot of money.
120.
I think you should let someone work.
How
as
does that
much as
break
they
down?
can.
Well, the normal work week it's 40 hours a week, which is 8 hours a day, and then weekends off. And so 120 is 3 times that.
So when are you? So you're sleeping for
So-
6 hours.
Working every day.
Wow.
All day.
I don't think that
Imagine
would
the
work.
money you would make. Though.
Exactly.
I don't think that's healthy.
Plus, if you start in a small position in a business, and you would climb the ranks so fast.
Well, you probably do shoddy
Bobby.
work if you're sleeping for 6 hours and then working the whole day.
Just an idea.
How much would you make doing that at minimum wage? So you said 120,
120
times
times-
13
Get your calculator.
weeks in a year. That'd be 81.
80,000. But you
That's
get overtime.
still bad.
You get
horrible.
overtime though,
Oh.
because after the first 40 hours, you make a time and a half.
And you're working 80 hours over that.
Yeah.
So you got 80 hours overtime. How much do you figure you make then?
So guys, if you're working minimum
Wow.
wage and you want
You
to
make
get more money, just
over
work
6
more.
figures.
You
Yeah,
can make-
probably like 120 maybe.
At least.
Wow. So
If
all
you
you
work your whole life, every wage
You'll
you
be
go
able to
there.
enjoy it, but you'll have it.
You can enjoy it after you break down.
This is an awful idea. Do any of you have a real time idea?
That's the absolute ceiling. The reasonable ceiling is 80 hours.
That would be more like 8 hours.
That's 16 hours a day and weekends off. So turns out more like 10 hours a day if you work weekends.
That's a lot.
I don't know about.
I feel like
When you
12
break it
is what
up
the max
between
is.
A little bit
when
more
you
involved.
take weekends into consideration, it kind of throws all of it off because you don't typically
So
think
there's
of
no
it.
breakup. It's just.
Wait, because you gotta
More
take Sundays
monotonous.
off or else you go to hell. So
Well, yeah, and it
You
will
got
be
6
incredibly
days.
monotonous if you do it every single day for the same amount of hours. You have the same. It's just. Same
Well, it depends on your
exact
job.
thing.
To your day off, you're gonna.
because if
crash.
you're like a CEO, you're not doing one thing. You're doing all sorts of things.
Yeah, but
So you're not gonna.
No,
get
you're
bored.
just not
Still.
doing one
Plus,
thing.
you got
Yeah.
16 hours a day. You got 4 hours on your phone. It's like, kind of helps break it up a little bit.
Fair enough.
but on pretzel day.
If you have 16 waking hours, you can work for 12 hours, work out for 1 hour, and then eat for 3 hours.
Eat for
Eat
3
for
hours.
3
I think-
hours.
No, but if you eat and you're like talking to people, like a meeting.
I don't think you can manage 16 hours a day more than
Uh-uh.
that.
It's not worth it.
You're gonna crash
For sure.
really hard.
I feel like 12 is.
No, you can't
12
work
hours a
16
day.
hours a day.
I thought that's what you
I
said.
said 12 hours a day.
So
Yeah.
that was.
You have 16 waking hours, assuming you sleep 8 hours.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
You have 12. If you work for 12 hours,
12 hours a
you
day
work
makes
out for
sense.
an hour, then you have 3 more hours. You could say you eat in 2 hours, now you have 1 hour to do everything
Online
else.
chess and YouTube shorts.
And you never shower.
Not important.
Takes too much time.
Maybe you sleep in a bathtub. I'm just saying.
Or you
That's
buy a
it.
convertible and it rains outside every once in a often, so you just put the top down when you're going to work. And there's your shower.
I would say 12 hours a day is probably the healthy, not healthy,
Not
but
healthy.
that's
That
the
is
max.
not healthy. That's the max.
yeah.
And you could also, let's say you have your lunch meeting with somebody. Now you're eating and working at the same time.
Ooh.
Well, then
So
you'd
you
be
could up
working-
that to 14
Or
hours.
you could eat while you work out.
Or you could be on your phone while you work out.
Oh, then
Working.
you get your
That is
working. I
not
thought you
a
meant
good
you were trying
workout.
to use free time with working out.
Why not?
You can't
You're
use your phone when
distracted
you work
the whole
out.
time, though.
You can't. I can.
No, you can't. Okay, you can't work out well though. Your workout quality
In between
goes down.
sets.
In between
still
sets,
distracting.
it's a distraction.
Yeah, but you save so much time, so the time you save.
What are
is
you doing
more
on-
You only have like
How long
1
are
minute
you-
and a half to 2 minutes in between the sets.
I have time to watch 2 shorts between sets.
I used to do. You could do like a tweet in between sets if you have to do tweets or something.
That's brutal. So you're just switching your mind between working out well
Okay,
and coming up
creative,
with
creative.
content.
Yeah.
I mean,
Working out does not take that much. It's like, what am I gonna do? You lift the weight. It's not rocket science.
Interesting.
not,
This
but
is
you
a
should
real
focus.
insight into your
You should
workouts,
focus.
You should
Bobby.
focus.
You
You
should
should
be
focus.
incredibly focused when you're doing
You
it.
could change your focus.
Focus
And-
on.
This is how your back gets hurt.
you have to use everything
He
you
was trying
have
to do his phone
in
with
every
the
set.
squat. He was holding the bar.
You only have to sleep like 6 or 7 hours. I wish that was me. That'd be awesome.
Me too.
Well, they nap. Most people that say they sleep
No,
really
that's
long.
not true.
Some do though. Some people claim they sleep really long. They say, yeah,
And then I nap
No, no,
for 3 hours
some-
in the
Some
afternoon.
people probably.
No, like I have an uncle who sleeps 4 hours a night and he's fine.
Well, probably drinks a lot of caffeine too, though.
How old is he?
50 something.
You really don't think he sleeps during the day then? If he sleeps how long? 4
A
hours at
50-year-old
night?
man
Well,
who
now he
doesn't
probably
nap.
does, but
And
like
doesn't drink caffeine.
in his heyday,
I doubt it. You can't get away with 4 hours of sleep.
some
every day.
people can. It's rare.
Okay.
It's very, very, very rare.
Bob
feel
is
like
very
they're
unhappy he
definitely
did not get those jeans.
I
And
know.
that would be
I
awesome. The 4 extra
Imagine
hours
how
every
much I
day.
could do with 4 more hours a day.
I would
More
change,
chest.
You know what I would
4
do?
hours.
I
4 more
would,
hours of shorts and jams.
I would change the climate.
Hey, I
Fix it.
gained 100 ELO points in a day.
Oh.
Wow.
Bob, let me ask you a serious question. Does it matter?
No, but it was fun.
Okay.
I
That's
didn't-
as fun as I thought it would.
No, but actually, chess is a good skill for arguments. I think that's the most usable skill.
For
What are you
argument?
gonna
Arguments.
argue? What are you gonna use chess?
All I
as?
feel like you can
No,
really...
the way you have to think ahead, because when you have an argument, if you're trying to... It depends on the purpose of the argument. If you're trying to destroy the other person's argument and win the argument, which is not what your goal should be,
We'll see if he can win
That's-
this
Well, let's say it is your
argument.
you have to anticipate You have to see all your opponents, what your opponent's arguments are, and you have to know how you're going to beat them.
Destroy
exactly
them.
how you would.
I would
chess.
argue actually arguing with people would improve
Yeah,
that
there's
more.
a lot better. There's a lot of better things
But
you could be.
no,
doing
I'm not
than
saying-
that,
Chess
but-
does improve certain aspects, though. I feel like just weighing of options. I mean, that's not really a skill,
Foresight.
but yeah.
Like, how often do you practice thinking 4, 5, 6 steps ahead? Okay, if I do this, then this, then this, then this, then this. Like, it's not a skill we use day to day.
Depends on your lifestyle.
And it might not
Living
be,
on the edge,
yeah.
Bobby, you always have to think a few steps ahead.
Yeah.
How's that the edge then? If you know what's going on,
You have to
That's how you
anticipate.
survive.
Anticipate
you
what your opponents are
are the
gonna
only
do.
one that's really knows.
When you're outside the matrix, Bobby, you just have to see everything.
Yeah.
And it's also
tell me what's
clear.
gonna happen today.
Well, I've not anticipated now what's gonna happen now. We're gonna record 2 more podcasts.
We're gonna record 2 more podcasts. I know exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a planning. We're gonna have dinner. I'm gonna go home.
Wait, we're gonna have dinner.
No, you
Yes.
can't. You're not having dinner. You arrived late. See, your foresight missed that.
I'm gonna have dinner then when I get home.
Oh.
I'm gonna have
He's got
mazzottoli.
it. He's got a sub.
Still don't know what that is.
It's like spaghetti, isn't it?
Yeah, but better because you bake it.
Oh, it's
So it's
baked
baked, so it's
spaghetti.
Baked spaghetti.
Baked spaghetti is nice.
So you have your
Fascinating
12-hour
conversation.
breakdown. You work 12 hours. You have 4 hours of free time. Okay,
Sucks.
that work.
Okay, who are you actually gonna work 12 hours a
No.
day?
That sucks.
That's insane.
I'm saying if you are.
More insane than Captain Insano himself.
Like I
Captain
would, but
Singh
I don't
shows
know if
some
you
mercy.
guys would.
I would
No.
if I could. By if I could, I mean if I had enough to do.
Mm.
You have stuff to do.
I feel like 10 hours is probably a reasonable limit. I
10
think
hours is
12 is okay, but I feel like I'd do 10. 10 would be my max. I don't know. Because even if it's something I enjoy doing, if you're doing it for 12 hours, 5 days a week, it's going to get old.
It also depends the environment, because like if you're just gonna sit on your computer in an office by yourself for 12 hours,
That's
that's a rough. But if you got
or
like,
you're like a mail, you're working in like the postal office.
Everyone says I would be good working at the post office.
Doesn't that
I
sound
don't
like-
know why.
I'm just
Brandon.
saying that because that's actually what happens.
Okay,
at the
Bobby,
postal
do you think
office.
Brandon
People
would be
kill
good at the
themselves.
post office? Do you think he'd love it?
Give it to me. Give me an honest opinion. Cause
do I think he'd be good at it? Yes.
everyone's telling me it's a good fit.
because he's a very competent individual. Do I think he would like it? I don't know.
Yes.
Insightful.
He would love it.
Everyone's telling
He
me
would
I would be
love
good working
organizing the mail, and
He
he
would
could
probably
smell it all.
become his
Put it in the right
personality.
places.
Smell it all.
Like Newman.
Yeah.
at- No. Like Newman. That's all you had to say.
Newman.
So,
Newman was
if you guys don't derail me again, let's say hypothetically you're working 10 hours. Are we going with now?
all right.
10
let's
hours.
do
10
it.
hours. You have 6 hours of free time.
Oh, we
You have a
get
family now, Dylan.
Oh God, when
Everyone-
that happened.
Everything happens so quickly.
I don't know when.
Oh, one
That-
small mistake and this happens.
You have a family now, Dylan. You have 6 hours of free time to devote to them.
How many
Because
kids?
that
Hey,
One for
commute.
each child.
Commute. That takes an
Ooh,
hour off.
commute.
How many kids do I have?
7.
You have 3 kids, okay?
All right.
A wife. And you have to take care of your wife's parents.
Your 3 kids are named.
Aw.
Your 3 kids
Ship
are
'em
named
to a home.
Calvin and
I-
Brayden.
So first you put your wife's parents at home, right?
It's expensive. Do they have insurance?
Yeah. So you put them in a home. So you have your wife, your 3 kids, Dylan. You have
That sounds bad.
6 hours. No, you have 5 hours of free
My
time.
time is going quick.
But that time you also have to use to shower, exercise, eat,
Pray.
pray.
Now I got 10 minutes.
Is that enough time? Or do you have to work less time now that you're working less
I
hours?
feel like
You have 5 hours. So if you're looking to work out for an hour every day, then that's 4. Shower and eat and all that.
That's 2.
That's probably 2. So then you have about 2 left. Spend with
thing
your
is-
family and do what you
yeah,
like.
because your priorities change. Because what I would do at that time now is probably different than what I do with my family. Because I want to just ignore them and do whatever it is I'm doing now.
So Dylan, here's something so you can keep working your 10 hours. You skip working out. You're already married. You've made it.
It's a horrible mindset.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
You already got him. It doesn't matter.
You're not allowed to be divorced. You're Catholic.
Yeah, you only have to be attractive for a very short period.
So would you keep working your 10 hours?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Dylan ends himself. Bobby, you marry his wife and take his children now. You are working.
That's not possible.
You are You are working 10 hours, Bobby. Do you
12. You guys are working 10. I'm working 12.
12
No,
hours
we're-
at the postal
We're
service.
starting with 10. We're going
You're starting. I'm starting.
You're starting with 10.
Poor Newman doesn't
You're
stand a
6
chance.
hours.
Now that I have my
Hour
family,
commute.
I up to 16. Then I don't have to
He
deal with
sleeps
them.
in his office. He just doesn't have to see him even if he doesn't want to. It's like a vacation when he does.
Yep.
No, really. Would you
I
make
would cut down. I would do probably 8 hours.
Braden?
I would not work for 12 hours.
10.
10 hours.
You're working 10 hours.
Well, so there's
You got Dylan's wife and children.
There's
Because Bobby ended himself too.
No.
So that could happen. You
I
know,
got in
it's-
a car accident in my Ferrari, driving
Car accident.
400 miles an hour.
It was not a Ferrari.
He bought this.
It was
used-
third hand.
Third-hand Ferrari is still a Ferrari.
Third hand SUV.
He thinks it's a Ferrari. It's more like a van.
350,000 miles. It cost him
So-
$25.
Something that you have to think about is how much savings and how much you have invested
Yeah,
and
that's
all of
true.
that. Because if we're going, you're starting out at 0. All you have is this job and this family. You're gonna definitely work a lot more hours.
You don't have a family if you have no money.
Great, yeah, I know. I'm kidding, but
Yeah, that's what
you're gonna
You're
have
making
some.
like $100K a year.
I
maybe.
assumed
I'm
I
not
was
sure.
like 25 and I already have like $300,000 saved up.
Because if you have a certain amount of money saved up, you can definitely cut down more hours and spend it on more important things like spending it with your family.
Making more
So
money.
you will
Teaching
cut
your
down to
kids.
how many hours?
Probably between 8 to 10.
You are already at 10.
Yeah, I know. It would be somewhere in there. It depends.
Do
It
it.
depends on how much money I have. Honestly.
That is true. Yeah, because when you have passive income, the more passive income you have, the less you need to work.
Yeah, and it also depends on like if I have anything else going on, like any side hustles or anything that's making me money.
All about the side hustle, aren't you, Brian?
Oh yeah. I have 10 side hustles.
A little something.
None of them make any money,
Making me $5 each a year.
but I work really hard, guys.
Yeah. It's just to be.
I know you guys all want my opinion, and if I would cut down from 10 hours,
I was about to ask you.
I probably would not. Because I would switch the kind of work. You know what I mean? It depends on the kind of work, is like you guys were touching
And
into.
that's a thought.
Like if you're working from home, you could probably still do 10 hours. Well, it probably won't be 10 hours as good of work.
I don't. That's just. If you're decreasing the quality of work, it's better to just do 8 hours of good work than 10 hours
Well, okay,
of
wait.
bad work.
Can I change it?
No.
I'm gonna change it to if you would probably have your 10 hours be spread out more. You know what I mean? It won't be like 10 hours in the beginning, like 2 hours. Wait, what was you have 6 free hours, right?
The productivity.
It'd be
3
like
hours.
3 hours here, maybe hour. Your hours be
Productivity is
split.
higher in a workplace.
Maybe it depends
No,
on
you're more
no,
focused.
Scientifically.
Scientifically, yes, but it depends also on your personality.
Yeah, but you aren't somebody who would. You're an extroverted person. You'd benefit from that.
Something else you could do is spend like
Unless you just got distracted all the time. That might happen in an office. Like, just keep talking to people.
Well, yeah.
That would definitely be what happened.
Run the timers, you know?
But But how I would see it is I'm assuming I like Dylan's old family here. Well, Dylan's, then Bobby's, then Braden.
I don't think they were ever Bobby's.
No.
I'm pretty sure he was insane.
If you like I do see how your productivity would go up when you're around other people. It all depends on how you set yourself up, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I think the 10-hour example we all had was just too general. Because you need more details to make the decision.
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you working in an office? Are you working in the post office? But like, do you have your own business that you do from home, or
Yes.
do you do something I don't know more exciting? I don't know.
I would hate working from home.
You do
I
hate
do hate
working
working
from
from
home.
Bobby's just Bobby actually hates Dylan's old family. He doesn't want to spend any time with them. Working from home, you get more free time because you don't have the commute.
Commute gives you time to think. You can
Okay,
pray
that's
on
not free time
the,
though.
you can pray on the commute and then you don't have to pray at home. There's things you can do. You can just repurpose the time.
I still do not believe in deep thought while you're commuting.
It's more free time.
I think it is
Commute
very
time.
dangerous.
It is probably good.
I have my best thoughts.
You
while
just
driving.
going.
One of these days, Bobby's not gonna make it over here.
But if you
Whenever he
die,
comes late, I worry.
If you
But
died
when I
praying,
die,
though-
I need a funeral with the choir that goes, oh.
And a
Yeah.
clown.
And
No,
the
no
clown.
clown.
No.
You said
Definitely
you wanted a
clown.
clown.
No, I did not.
We'll hire a clown for you.
We want a clown.
Dress up as
You have a clown
Bobby.
for the after party. Okay?
Yeah,
But
okay.
not the
Yeah, we'll have
actual-
we'll have the somber party and then we'll have a race.
So ultimately, you should make time for your family, unless it is Dylan's awful family that you inherited
I
somehow.
actually like Dylan's family quite a bit.